Hello, and welcome to an unorthodox episode of the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast. I am your uncouth host, Davo. With me, as always, is my underappreciated sparring partner, Kels.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, how you doing?
Making it. How are you?
Good, good. Oh, I'm well. We also have as a new entrant into the Trivia Dojo of Pain held by Sensei Neil, our uncommon guest, Nathan.
Hey guys. I don't know. Thanks for having me back. It's good to be back. I'm ready to put it to him. Earn my stripes.
I hope you do, because you start as a white belt when you enter, so hopefully you'll work your way up. You're only going up against 2 yellow belts, so it should be okay.
Yeah.
But the 9th level Dawn of Trivia, that is Neil, will be giving it to us this evening. Neil, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Excellent. Can you do us a quick favor and explain to white belt Nathan the rules?
Sure, I can. Every week we have a theme, and there's going to be 6 categories in that theme. Each category has 4 questions worth 10 points each, more or less. There may be a few bonuses coming in. And then there's a final question where you can earn between 0 and 100 points based on how well you do. I'll cover that one when we get to it.
Outstanding.
Excellent.
Are we ready to do this, fellas?
Let's rock and roll.
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right. What is this stage of the Mortal Kombat Tournament of Trivia Excellence? I'll come up with a name eventually.
The theme today is women.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
We're honoring women today. We're not ogling them. We're not making crude comments about them. We're honoring women because we all have women in our lives that we love.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
And I was noticing, a couple of weeks ago, we did our 2018 year in review, and it was very heavily male dominated. And I was thinking I probably should have had at least a token female category in the year in review, but I decided instead I'll just do an entire show about women.
Just make up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a thoughtful observation.
Yeah. I can dig it, man. I can dig it.
I'm trying to be aware of my part in the patriarchy.
Good on you, Neil. I'm proud of you.
So, you guys ready to start?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yep, let's do it.
What do you think our first category is going to be?
Science.
Sports.
Science, Kels.
Oh, come on.
I think I left sports out of this one.
Women do
Sports
sport.
category.
They do sport.
They do,
These sporty
but I
thing.
had more interesting things to talk about.
Oh, I doubt that.
Okay, question 1 in science. So you guys probably know that medieval women were mostly excluded from universities. The university in this Italian town, also known for its mortadella, allowed women to attend and even had female professors, including Dorothea Bucca, who held the chair of medicine and philosophy for 40 years in the 1300s.
So we're trying to guess the town, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got 2 choices.
It's the university of this town.
Yes. Got 2 choices. Gonna write down the first one, but I'm gonna put in parentheses the second one. Just so I can torture myself in case I'm wrong with my first impulse, because I'm locked in.
I'm locked in too. I
Already.
went obscure, and I put obvious in parentheses. So just to kick myself, just in case.
Nate, are you ready?
I guess yeah. I guess I don't really know. Well, gonna give me this right here. I've got my answer ready to roll.
Okay.
Did you like that? Did you like that? Sorry.
That's not a great start for your tournament, man.
Hey, just warming up, buddy.
Okay, Kels, what was your answer?
Okay, I wanted to write Venice, but I wrote Bologna.
Okay, Nate.
Well, I said Rome.
Okay, Davo.
I wrote down Venice, but in case that's wrong, I have my should have put down answer if this one is wrong. I have two notions and I was split on them. So my official answer is Venice.
Okay. What's your unofficial answer?
Genoa.
Ooh,
Is it Chris Columbus?
Yeah, I think he was from there. So there was a clue. I don't know if Kels actually picked up on it or if he just made a lucky guess. Did you get the clue, Kels?
no, I didn't.
Okay.
Mortadella?
Mortadella, yeah.
You're telling me it's bologna?
It is Bologna, the University of Bologna.
What?
All right.
So what's the mortadella? Because I feel like I may be out of the loop on that.
Is it a brand?
Mortadella is it's a type of sausage that is pork that's chopped up very fine and includes little cubes of pork fat.
Did not know.
And it's basically what the bologna that you might put on a sandwich is a type of mortadella.
Okay, I've never heard that.
That's why bologna is called bologna, is because it's based on mortadella, which is made in Bologna.
I wonder if they fried theirs.
Only in Southern Italy do they fry their bologna.
Because it's where they do it right.
Yeah.
So I've got a trivia nugget about the University of Bologna.
Do tell.
I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Is their mascot the Oscar Myers?
I don't know, but I do know that it is the oldest continuously operating university in the world. It was established 931 years ago.
It's older than Oxford?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true.
That is a high quality trivia nugget.
Question 2. Marie Curie was not only the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, but she was the first of only 2 people to earn what Nobel distinction?
I'm locked in.
As am I.
Thinking. My possible options here.
Baloney. Can't believe you got baloney.
Neither can I. It was a bunch of baloney.
It was.
Can you tell me the question again, please?
Marie Curie was not only the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, but she was the first of only 2 people to earn what Nobel distinction?
Okay, I guess I will go. I'm ready. Locked in.
Okay, what'd you lock in with?
Well, I'm not too familiar with the different distinctions. So, is it that she won? I know there's probably a technical term for what she did, but I'm gonna say she won multiple times. She was. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay.
Davo?
Marie Curie won 2 Nobel Prizes in 2 different disciplines.
Okay, Kels?
Yeah, I wrote she won 2 different Nobel Prizes because I think she won in chemistry and physics.
Yeah, Nate, I was going to ask you to be more specific until Kels and Davo nailed it. So,
Okay. Thanks, guys.
That's the difference between a yellow belt and a white belt.
I'm so novice.
Mustard and mayo.
the other thing is, there's been more than two people. There've been more than just two people that have won multiples. So that answer wouldn't really have been correct anyway.
So multiple discipline was basically what you were looking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
She won in, and Neil's got it, or Kel's got it right. It was chemistry and physics.
I thought it was chemistry and medicine.
No. She did. She did make some.
Kels and Davo.
She did make some contributions in medicine, but like for X-rays and that kind of thing. But her Nobels were for physics and chemistry.
All right. Where's the sports category?
Question 3 in science. In the 1950s, Rosalind Franklin's scientific work contributed greatly to which discovery, which was essentially stolen by a couple of guys who won a Nobel Prize for it?
Can you say that again? Please.
In the 1950s, Rosalind Franklin's scientific work contributed greatly to which discovery, which was essentially stolen by a couple of guys who won a Nobel Prize for it?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Oh, no. Oh, hell. Okay, I'm locked in.
Okay, Davo.
Why me first? I struggled so hard.
Because I just go in order. Kels went first, then Nate, now you.
Okay.
I don't play favorites.
As you shouldn't in your dojo. I went with microprocessing, making computer chips, miniaturizing those components.
Okay. Kels?
Well, you said or her idea was stolen by 2 gentlemen, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm hoping those 2 gentlemen were Watson and Crick, which means that she discovered the double helix structure of DNA.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, that was impressive.
Nate?
I was going to go with X-rays.
Okay. The correct answer is she took a picture that showed the double helix structure of DNA. And these 2 guys, Francis and Crick from another university, I think they were from Oxford or Cambridge. She was at King's College London. They were all kind of working on these projects together. I mean, there was, but she took the picture, or her team took the picture, and it was kind of leaked to this other university, and they ended up writing the paper and ended up getting the Nobel Prize for it.
Nice. Good job.
Curses.
Yeah, that was very impressive. Did she get any kind of recognition after that?
Posthumously.
Oh my gosh.
She died. I think she took that picture like in the early 50s. By I think 58, she had died of some kind of cancer, maybe ovarian cancer. Nobel Prize wasn't awarded until I think the early 60s. But they didn't really acknowledge her. And it was Francis Crick and Watson and Crick and a guy from her team that won the Nobel Prize, but she didn't. And at the time, they weren't doing the whole, they weren't prohibiting people who were dead from getting their awards. So theoretically she could have, but yeah, the Watson and Crick wrote some kind of mean things about her, And there's one quote that Crick said later that I thought was kind of funny. He said, "I'm afraid we always used to adopt, let's say, a patronizing attitude towards her, because being a
Huh.
woman and being a woman in British scientific circles in the 50s was an uphill struggle to get recognition."
Oh my god. No kidding.
All right. Question 4 in science. Who was the first African American, second female, and first Arkansan to be appointed U.S. Surgeon General? And a bonus, who appointed her?
Oh man. What was her name?
Mm-hmm. I can see her face. Who I'm thinking of.
I I can hear her talking about masturbation. Oh, okay.
Well, speaking of masturbation, you were kind of touching on my nugget there, Davo.
Touching on your
Hey,
nugget.
Touching on his nugget.
touching on the nugget.
Wow. Oh shoot.
Oh, I'm locked in.
I am trying to. Is Kels locked in?
Nah, I'm struggling.
I'm trying to think of a name here.
Oh, there was a bonus on this, right?
Yeah, who appointed her? So what president appointed her?
Hmm. Did you say Attorney General or Surgeon General?
Surgeon General,
Surgeon
'Cause
General.
this-
Okay,
because this
I
is
was
the
thinking-
science category.
That makes sense.
Real quick, Neil.
Yeah.
Do we have a Surgeon General appointed right now?
We do.
What's his or her name?
I don't know. I was looking at the list of Surgeon Generals to see if there was any interesting trivia there. I realized that I don't know the vast majority of them. I've never heard their names. There's a few that you know. I mean, everybody knows C. Everett Koop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Um,
Okay.
Even
I'm
though
locked in, by the way.
he was a
Um,
Reagan appointee, I think.
Yeah. With the big beard.
Yeah. Currently, it's Jerome Adams, who was appointed in 2017.
Interesting.
I'm locked in. Sorry, I'm locked in.
Okay, so everybody's locked in?
Yes.
Yes.
Kels, what's your answer?
I wrote down Benjamin,
Okay.
and then that this person's from Arkansas. I went with William Jefferson Clinton.
Okay. Right.
Took me a minute to catch her name, remember her name, see her face, and I do remember it. It was I'm going to say it was Jocelyn Elders, Bill Clinton.
Okay. Davo?
Jocelyn Elders and Bill Clinton.
The correct answer was Jocelyn Elders and Bill Clinton.
Woo!
So I think he had appointed her as the Surgeon General of Arkansas when he was governor, which I didn't know there was such a thing.
Can't be either.
But yeah, she was only in office for maybe a year and a half, maybe a little bit less than that. She caused some controversy because,
Controversy.
for one thing, she suggested maybe that drug legalization should be studied to see if it could reduce crime, and that caused a big uproar.
What?
I know. Why should we study things? But then the thing that actually caused the president to ask her to resign was she said that promoting masturbation might help young people minimize risky sexual behavior. If they can get an outlet on their own, then they won't need to engage with other people. Okay. So after round one, our scores are Kels has 32, Davo has 22, and Nate has 10-2.
10
12.
2. Thank you.
10-2.
That's Spanish. That's Spanish. 10 and 2.
10-2.
Category 2 is movies.
Movies?
I know you guys are all big
Movie.
movie fans. So I kind of switched things up a little bit. I've actually got 8 questions. They're worth 5 points each. I took a bunch of movies that have predominantly female casts, not exclusively, but predominantly, and made tribonds based on 3 of the actresses in the movies.
Ooh.
So I'm going to give you three names and a year, and then you just need to tell me the movie.
Okay.
It is so much easier to write these questions than it is to answer them.
To answer.
I bet.
All right, question 1. Sandra Bullock, Mindy Kaling, and Rihanna, 2018.
Ooh.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in, yes.
Okay, Nate.
I haven't seen the movie, but I do know that they were in it. Ocean's 8.
Davo.
Ocean's 8.
Kels.
Yeah, Neil, I'm surprised you didn't go with Aquafina, but the way it's written, it might be a little confusing. But I also went with Ocean's 8.
Yeah, I didn't want to have 2 single. Well, if there had been a third person with. All right, question 2 in movies. Movie tribonds. Amber Tamblyn, America Ferrera, Blake Lively in 2005.
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
I'm locked in too.
Davo.
I said I'm not sure if this is the 100% proper title, but I think you'll give it to me anyway. The Order of the Traveling Pants.
Okay, Kels.
Traveling Pants something.
Yeah, Kels. Yeah.
Okay. I went with Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Oh.
As I did also.
So, Nate, you're a professional trivia host. Would you give Davo credit for the Order of the Traveling Pants?
Yes, I would, just because he got a majority of the words right.
And an order and a sisterhood are very similar.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, if this was my trivia,
he clearly knew the movie. He
sorry.
that was a long time ago too. So I'll give you credit, Davo.
I think he intentionally changed it because he didn't want us to know that he actually was a fan.
No comment.
Question 3 in movie tribonds. Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Tiffany Haddish in 2017.
Locked in.
What?
Okay, locked in. I think I'm confident.
Okay, I'm locked in.
Kels, what was the correct answer?
Okay, well, the first 2 names you said, I started writing immediately. And then you said the third one, and I had to scratch my answer out because I was writing down Set It Off. But the correct answer is Girls Trip.
Nate?
Yes, it is Girls Trip.
Davo.
Score. I thought it was the bank robber one. Was it the bank robber one?
That would be Set It Off.
Oh, dang it.
Oh.
So you didn't get it right, Davo?
Oh, absolutely not.
Just making sure.
Oh, no.
Question 4 in movie tribonds. Taraji P. Henson, Octavia Spencer, and Janelle Monáe, 2016.
Locked in.
I feel like I should know this.
You should.
I don't know if I'm thinking.
You got it, man.
Octavia Spencer.
Just move the ladle around.
Stir it up.
Yeah. I can see the poster.
Oh, yes,
halfway
locked
there.
in.
Oh, come on, Nate.
I had to think
Dang
about
it.
Yes, excellent.
Oh,
movie.
okay. Let me see if this is the right answer. I'm locked in.
Nate,
Nope.
what'd you get, Nate?
Probably.
We're gonna we're gonna say this was Hidden Figures.
Davo?
Oh man, I don't want to say my answer.
Can I
It's
go
not
ahead? So he has to say his last.
Okay, go ahead, Kels.
It's not Transformers.
I also wrote down Hidden Figures.
Okay, Davo, you don't have to give your answer, but then it's a punt. So
I'm not gonna
Ray
punt.
guy. Ray guy.
Hang time.
Ooh.
I said The Help.
ah.
That's a good guess.
Boy, it is. It's solid. You got one actress. Right?
Yeah, it was Octavia Spencer, right?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Academy Award winner, Octavia Spencer.
Yes, Academy Award winner.
So question 5. Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer, and Bryce Dallas Howard. 2011.
Locked in.
Locked in.
I think I'm gonna lock in.
Okay, Davo, what'd you get?
I think it's The Help.
Else?
I thought you were going to write down Hidden Figures. I wrote down the help.
And Nate?
I want points, dang it.
Coincidentally, I also went
Wow.
with The Help.
That's not a coincidence because that is the correct answer.
That's funny.
That's amazing.
Oh,
I was actually kind of hoping that having Octavia Spencer in two of them would confuse somebody, and I win because it did.
good job, Neil.
Your plans.
Congratulations, Neil.
Question 6. Rose Byrne, Melissa McCarthy, and Ellie Kemper, 2011.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Kels.
Believe it was Bridesmaids.
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 Okay. You guys are doing pretty good, mostly.
Love me some Maya Rudolph.
Question 7 in movie Tribons. Natalie Portman, Mila Kunis, and Barbara Hershey, 2010.
Ooh, I'm locked in.
Locked in.
Natalie Portman, Mila Kunis, and
Yep.
Barbara Hershey.
These aren't always
okay.
necessarily main characters. They're
This is a woman. I got you. I'm like
okay, Nate.
Black Swan.
Davo.
Black Swan.
Else?
Black Swan.
The answer is Black Swan.
Yay!
And the last one in movie Tribons, Goldie Hawn, Bette Midler, Diane Keaton, 1996.
Mm.
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
What's up? Come on now. I don't think I've seen this one.
I haven't seen it either. Don't worry.
You just know. He just knows.
I remember movie covers.
Huh. Okay.
I hope this is right. Yeah.
2010? Well, not you said 1990.
Six.
That was the last
1996.
96.
Okay. Okay, I just locked in.
Okay, Davo.
The First Wives Club or The Help.
What?
I also went with the First Wives Club.
Nate.
Well, even with my guess of having no knowledge of this movie, I was partially close. I said Sister Wives. I didn't know. I really didn't.
I mean, I guess that's close in a way.
Yeah,
But
not as.
the correct answer is First Wives Club. So unsurprisingly, Kels was perfect in that round, which brings his total to 72. Davo was less perfect and ended up with 52, and Nate is bringing up the rear at 47.
Anybody's game.
Anybody's game.
Category 3 is history.
Oh, bother.
I'm going to butcher this name.
Hold on
I
a minute.
apologize to
Neil,
anybody
hold on.
concerned.
Hold on. It's not history. It's herstory.
First,
I don't know how I missed that.
this is about women.
Question 1 in herstory. Sukbataran Yanjma, who lived in Ulaanbaatar, was the first female to be appointed head of state of a sovereign country in 1953. Which country?
Yeah.
That's tricky.
Well,
I'm
locked in.
Because you. A second. I can eliminate the U.S. today.
I thought there was Ulaanbaatar in Wyoming.
I got 197 more to go.
Got quite a few.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Ulaanbaatar and Wyoming.
Yeah. Right.
Go Cowboys.
Okay, I'm locked in.
She was a governor.
Governor.
Okay, Kels.
I wrote down India.
Okay, Nate.
I wrote down Indonesia.
And Davo.
I wrote down Mongolia.
So the trick to this question is knowing where Ulaanbaatar is, obviously. And Ulaanbaatar is the capital and largest city of Mongolia.
Oh, I should have knew that.
Woot!
So I actually thought when I started writing that question that it was going to be Indira Gandhi, but she was like the third or fourth or something. And there was someone who was a head of state before that, but it was this little country that I'd never heard of that this was kind of nestled between Russia and Mongolia.
I didn't know there's a country there.
And there's not anymore because it got absorbed into Russia. And the only two countries that recognized it was Mongolia and Russia. So that's why I specified. That's why I specified a sovereign country.
Okay.
So
interesting.
All right. Question 2 in herstory. Joan of Arc, born in 1412, is associated with which war?
I think I know this. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked. I'm going to embarrass myself here. I'm locked in.
Nate, what's your answer?
I believe it's the 100 Years' War.
Eva?
I wrote down the 100 Years' War, but I have a backup to make myself feel better.
I also went with the 100 Years' War.
The answer is the 100 Years' War.
Woot! Don't need the backup.
What was the backup?
War of the Roses.
That was England, like an English war, right?
Yeah,
that was an English Civil War. Yeah.
Yeah. See,
and she was French, right?
Yeah,
made of Orleans. Yeah,
Orleans.
Question 3 in herstory. This famous temperance activist was known for using her hatchet to destroy bars.
Oh.
Like saloons.
Yeah. It's not her. It's not Mrs. Banks from Mary Poppins. Oh, Piscadiddle.
Little known fact: Miss Mary Poppins carried a hatchet.
I'm locked into with a wrong answer.
I'm locked in as well.
Okay, Davo.
Sojourner Truth.
Oh boy.
Kels?
Yeah, I just put down a name.
I'm hoping.
We'll just glide over that one, huh?
Yeah, it was bad. I'm not saying it was a good answer.
I hope it's Carrie Nation.
I also went with Carrie Nation.
Who the heck is Carrie
Correct
Nation?
answer is
She carried a hatchet.
she was a activist who was known for using her hatchet to destroy saloons.
How did I
Bars
not
used
know
to
this
post
person?
signs.
No,
I don't know. She's kind of a hoot.
Well, yeah.
She's not. I mean, she's not someone you really want to party with. But
No, she's a downer at the keg stand, but
don't get her drunk.
yeah.
she was very, very serious. So bars would post signs saying "All nations are welcome except Carrie."
And she was actually like I remember learning about her. I don't remember if it was in high school. I think it was high school. She's actually she's pretty tall too. I think she wasn't like some small woman. I think she was tall.
I thought she was short and squat, but
maybe you could be right.
I mean, I kind of think of Dolores Umbridge from the Harry Potter, but
I didn't practice the temperance movement in high school, so you could be right.
It had she was 12 feet tall.
So the first
I saw her.
The first time she went to destroy a bar, she just took some rocks and she called them her smashers. And when she was done, her husband said, you should take a hatchet next time. It'd be a lot easier or a lot more efficient. And she basically told him that was the smartest thing he'd ever said. Or the only smart thing he'd ever said, I think.
Well, here we are talking about her today. So she made it into your trivia. So obviously he was right.
She kind of, after she got divorced, or her husband died, I forget which, she was kind of struggling to make money. She was kind of doing the lecture tour and stuff. And she eventually was selling autographs and little miniature souvenir hatchets to make ends meet.
But let's talk about the calm, peaceful Sojourner Truth.
Look, man.
Hey, Kels, you want to tell us who Sojourner Truth is, Kels?
I mean, she's an abolitionist, African American abolitionist.
Yeah.
I have never heard of Carrie Nation, and I just read something about Sojourner Truth, and the name's stuck in my head.
When you say you didn't have a good reason, it just wasn't a good answer. That's all that was.
And Carrie Nation was a mean-looking woman. I'm just Googled her. And, and she's got her hatchet. Yeah, she looks like Nana's gone bad.
She probably never goes anywhere without it. Never leaves home without it.
Yeah. Heck no.
It's like her visa.
She goes arrested 35 times or something like that.
Wow.
Question 4 in herstory. Who was described by the U.S. Congress as, quote, the first lady of civil rights in a proclamation?
You have a year?
I think they did this in 99. But
okay.
I'm going to be wrong again. It's embarrassing. I'm locked in.
Confidence, Davo.
The first lady in civil rights?
Yeah, the first lady of civil rights is how they refer to her in this congressional declaration.
Okay, I'm locked in.
I think I'm locked in as well. I feel good.
Is that everybody, Deva?
Oh, I'm locked in. It's not a good answer, but I'm there.
Okay, Kels?
I'm hoping it was Rosa Parks.
Nate?
What's that fuzz? Everybody move to the back of the bus. Rosa Parks. Just drop some Outcasts on you.
Man, I surely appreciate it.
Devo?
I also said Rosa Parks. I'm hoping I'm right now. I thought my answer was bad.
It wasn't that bad because it was correct.
Yay!
They did I think it was 99 if I remember right, and they basically had this big long kind of pronouncement saying that she was awesome.
She was awesome.
I mean, that's paraphrasing a little
Sure.
bit. But
You're awesome.
you get the idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right, at the end of round 3, Kels with 102, Davo with 82, and Nate with 77.
Hanging in there. Catching you. Coming for you.
Stalking me. Ooh,
Category 4 about women is songs. Question 1. This 1968 hit with a biblical name, sung by Tom Jones, tells the story of a cheating woman and her subsequent murder by her betrayed lover.
Ooh.
And just for a bonus, what country is Tom Jones from?
I'm locked in.
Was Pussycat a biblical name?
I believe it was in 1 Corinthians.
It's not
And the
unusual.
Lord saith unto thee, what's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
That's in the new hipster Bible.
Yes.
Oh man.
And you said she has the song title has a biblical name, correct?
Yes, the
Okay.
song title is a biblical name.
And what was the bonus point?
What country is Tom Jones from?
I don't really know too much about Tom Jones. I'm going to say I'm locked in.
Is that everybody?
Nah, I'm trying to think of what biblical name I want to go with.
Sojourner Truth.
Okay.
I feel
I wouldn't
so
be
bad about
surprised
that answer.
She would have been a good person to add to my history category, though. Herstory category.
She has such a cool name; it just sticks in your head.
True. I doubt she was born with that name, but
All right. I'm locked in.
Probably not.
Okay, Nate, what's your answer?
I went with a song called, since the biblical name narrowed it down pretty well. So I started thinking of different songs, and I knew there was a song called Delilah, so I went with Delilah from Samson and Delilah.
Okay. Do you have a guess about Tom Jones?
Oh, the country? I don't really know where he's from. Canada?
Okay. Davo?
I also went with Delilah, and Tom Jones is the pride of Wales.
What? Get out of here.
He's Welsh.
I think Timothy Dalton
Kels?
was too. Oh, I'm sorry. I wrote down Shenandoah because I had no idea, and I went with the UK.
Yeah, I don't think UK is specific enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Yeah, the correct answer is Delilah.
Sweet.
I'm not going to try to sing it, but the lyrics are my Delilah, and it's basically he's walking by her apartment or house and sees the shadows of her enjoying another man's company through the window, and waits for him to leave, and then he goes up to the front door and knocks in the morning, and she opens the door laughing, so he stabs her with a knife.
Ouch.
Wow, that took a turn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If that was 2018, it just would have sent her a Snapchat. Hey, look, I see your window.
Question 2 in songs. One rumor around the Beatles song Martha is that it was written for Paul McCartney's pet what?
Ooh.
Can I phone a friend?
Yeah, I'd like to call the same friend. So don't hang up. Don't hang up. Just pass me the phone.
I'm gonna guess.
Let's just be.
Oh wow!
I'm gonna guess you guys
And
know a
technic-
Beatles fan.
Oh, no, I know the
Yeah.
Beatles fan.
And he would probably chastise me already because the name of the song is actually Martha, My Dear.
Oh,
Um,
it was a pet deer.
Get it right.
gonna say locked in.
It can't be that easy. I feel like it's something exotic.
That's like a
I'm
squid.
like,
It's an octopus in the garden. I'm
like,
locked in as well, Neil.
My dear squid.
Okay.
did you
Nate?
say me, Neil? I'm sorry.
Uh,
I said Nate.
I just took a guess. I honestly don't know. Pet dog, by chance? Maybe pig? No, dog.
Davo?
Well, I'm about to add yet another tick mark of Beatles trivia suckage onto my list for Andy to crucify me on. I said a pet fish because that sounds like a good fish name.
Martha the fish.
Kels?
I went with chimp.
I mean, you probably
Bubbles.
Okay, so I was trying to figure out how to word this question.
Yeah.
At first, it was just going to be Paul McCartney's what without the word pet, but I thought that's so open ended that, I mean, you could be a boat or a car or something. So I put pet in, and I was like, well, that's kind of obvious. Who would write a song about their pet fish, for example? The correct answer is his sheepdog.
Yay.
Oh my
Man,
gosh.
that's what I wanted to write, but I was like, that's way too. Nah.
I just torn
But there's-
between. Nobody loves cats that much, so.
What's new, pussycat?
No, I know cats have a ton of songs, so they have a ton of songs written about them.
There's been a few different stories. At first, people thought he was writing it about his ex girlfriend that he'd just broken up with. This was White Album era. But then he said variously that it was actually written about his dog, and he also has said that it was written about his muse, which is named Martha, and he named his dog after his muse. So,
Oh, double entendre.
yeah.
Double meaning.
Question 3 in songs. This rapper had a hit in 2018 with a song named after a Street Fighter character.
Hmm.
What?
I know.
Locked in. Can I get a bonus point if I know the song?
Yeah, if you can name the Street Fighter character, I'll give you a bonus, sure.
Locked in again. Davo, you seriously never heard Zangief?
it's a bumping track. The B side is Dalseem. Okay. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in as well.
Nate, go ahead.
I don't know. I just 2018 rapper female. I'm gonna go with Cardi B.
Who is Cardi B?
You want to guess the Street Fighter character?
I don't know Street Fighter at all. I promise. Yeah, I don't have a guess.
Davo?
Well, I figured I should have gone with Cardi B, but I didn't. I went with Nicki Minaj. But
It's a good guess.
I went with the Street Fighter character Chun-Li.
Kels, you want to tell us the correct answer?
Nicki Minaj, Chun-Li.
Correct answer is
Woo-hoo!
Nicki Minaj and Chun-Li.
What?
She, unsurprisingly, she caused a little controversy. She was on Saturday Night Live, and she did that. I believe she performed that song dressed in kind of Asian, Oriental, Chinese outfit, and was accused of
Dressed
cultural,
like Chun-Li.
Vaguely, yeah. But she was accused of cultural appropriation, among other things.
Oh my!
Okay, I think you guys, especially Nate, are going to know this one immediately. Question 4.
Especially Nate.
Question 4 in songs. Fountains of Wayne. Do you know the answer yet, Nate?
Yes.
Had a
Oh,
2000
yeah, I do too.
had a 2003 hit of Fountains of Wayne had a 2003 hit with a song about whose mother?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was the name of the group.
You should have left that part out, man.
I'm locked in.
Locked in. I had a chance for some comeback points.
Okay, Kels.
Oh, I believe they were talking about Stacy's mother.
Okay. Nate
Yeah, it's Stacy's mom.
and Davo.
She's got it going on. Stacy's mom.
All right. Okay. So at the end of round 4, Kels is still hanging on to his lead with 124. Davo has 116 and Nate has 107, which makes it anybody's game.
Anybody's game.
Category 5 in women is television.
Telly.
Question 1. This showrunner for Grey's Anatomy and Scandal has signed a multi-year agreement with Netflix to have all her future shows produced as Netflix originals.
Locked in.
What?
Say it again, please. Showrunner. Is that did I understand you right?
Yeah,
Showrunner.
do you know what a showrunner is? Showrunner is basically the head of a show. It's like the CEO of a television show.
Okay, I haven't heard that term, but I assume that's kind of executive producer or something. Ish.
Yeah,
Creator, head. Yeah.
it's they're the one that does all the work. The executive producers usually just kind of are either they have ideas that are in there, like they created it maybe, but aren't really involved in the day to day, or they're financing it. The showrunner is the one that is actually working with the director and making sure the production actually works the way it's supposed to work.
Okay.
Or they're the stars of the show, and it's a way to give them a little extra money without raising their salaries.
Well, that could be too.
Okay. Well, I do, even though I didn't know the term, I do have an answer because I feel like I watched an NPR interview with this person.
Ooh.
Highbrow.
Okay, Davo, what's your answer?
I still want to know who this Cardi B is. I don't know, so I wrote down Cardi B.
Nice.
Okay,
Very good.
Kels?
I went with Shonda Rhimes.
I also went with Shonda Rhimes.
That is the correct answer, Shonda Rhimes.
Not to be confused with Cardi B.
They're very similar, I'm sure.
Or Leanne.
Or Ving Rhames.
Ooh.
That vowel change will get you.
Question 2 in television. Genji Cohen has been a producer of the Showtime series Weeds and the Netflix series Glow. She's also the creator and producer of what multicolored series based on a 2010 memoir?
Locked in.
Glow.
I love
All
Glow.
great shows, by the way. You guys watch Glow?
I have
It's good.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
Is that everybody? Oh, no. Kels. We're still waiting.
Yeah, I'll log in. Sure.
I don't want to rush you.
I'm struggling. I was just trying to think of a show with a color in the title.
So
I'm
you're
locked
done?
in though.
Okay, Davo?
Were we look now? I'm here. We were looking for the name of the person.
No, we gave you the name of the person.
The name of the show.
Okay. I was so lost and confused. I swear. I locked in with Cardi B.
No, you didn't.
It's all right. I did.
Are you
Nose
throwing?
dive.
No, I
right,
lost the thread.
Oh, okay.
Kels.
Orange is the new black. That's got a few colors in it, or a couple colors. So I'm hoping that's it.
Nate.
No.
Yes, it is Orange is the New Black.
That is correct.
Coming up on the final. No? And final season's coming up next release, final season.
Maybe they can convince Supernatural
Yeah.
to stop.
Never.
Question 3 in television. This actress became the first woman to head a major television production studio in 1962, producing shows like Mission Impossible and Star Trek.
Hmm.
I'm locked in.
Mm,
Hey, I'll give you two a hint. Okay? It's not Cardi B.
Really?
Well, thanks for the clarification. What was the year? Did you tell us the year?
Yeah.
I did tell you the year, and I said the year was 1962.
Oh, wow.
And she was head of the studio?
Yeah, she was the CEO of the studio.
I'm going to write the wrong answer down, but I have my reasons.
Okay, I'm locked in, I guess.
Kels?
I went with Lucille Ball just because she was powerful in TV.
Okay.
It's
Nate?
funny you say that because that's who I said too. Having no real guess, I went with her.
Davo?
The name of the studio was Desilu,
Really? Forgot about
and
that.
it's Lucille Ball.
Wow,
Yeah.
Are you serious?
that was a
Good
good
job,
guess.
guys.
Wow.
I'm surprised.
Man.
Yeah, so she started Desilu with her husband at the time, Desi Arnaz, but they got divorced in like, I don't know, the 60 or 61, and she bought him out because they were kind of co-running the studio at that point. She bought him out, and then so she was the head of the studio, and was convinced to pick up this little sci-fi show that nobody else wanted to, called Star Trek. So if you look at least I think the first two seasons, it at the end of the show it says, produced by or created by Desilu Studios.
That's cool.
So they eventually got bought out by Paramount, and now I think they're CBS Studios.
Did you say that they also you said Mission Impossible as well?
Mm.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Question 4 in television. Who is the first openly transgender woman to be nominated for a Primetime Acting Emmy to produce her own show and appear on the cover of Time magazine?
Oh, come
I think I
on.
know this one.
I
You said transgender woman?
I can see her face.
I'm sorry. Can you just repeat the question? Just all.
Who is the
together?
first openly transgender woman to be nominated for a Primetime Acting Emmy to produce her own show and appear on the cover of Time magazine?
Locked in.
I'm locked in too.
My gosh. This category killed me. I'm locked
Cardi
in. It's Cardi B, everybody.
Okay. Nate, what did you answer?
Well, I went with the character from Orange is the New Black, Laverne Cox. Well, the actress from Laverne Cox, or Orange is the New Black, Laverne Cox. I can't talk right now.
Oh,
You got what I'm saying. I'm picking up what I'm putting down.
It's a bummer on a podcast. If you're asking for my answer, it was, of course, Cardi B.
Okay. Kels?
I also went with Laverne
It didn't
Cox.
really occur to me when I was writing these, because I kind of don't do like all the questions for one category all at once. I didn't really realize that I had two Orange is the New Black questions, but I did because the correct answer is Laverne Cox.
And this category kicked me in the teeth. And I blame Cardi B.
All right. At the end of round 5, the scores are Kels in the lead with 164. Nate coming into second place with 147, and Davo is bringing up the rear at 126.
Cardi B.
But I think Davo's going to do really well in this next category, but I also think that the rest of you guys will too. So I don't know if that's going to help much. Because the last category is video games.
Ooh. Yay!
And I went mostly old school because I don't really know any new school video games. So,
oh, gee.
Question 1. What titular character was created by Shigeru Miyamoto for a 1986 game?
We're locked in.
Locked in.
I don't know what happened, guys. Cardi B
You
stole my
shook?
brain.
You got the yips? Oh, dang.
I'm a little shook. I think I got the trivia yips right now. This
You got
is
this
terrible.
one, man.
1986.
Don't overthink it.
Miyamoto. I think that's where I am right now.
Remember, left at Albuquerque. Left.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll give you a bonus if you can tell me
86.
what real life person inspired the name.
Titular character. Oh!
Have a stroke.
Okay.
That means the character's name is in the title, you know.
Yeah, I know. I don't need your grief, Neil.
You got it, Davo?
I think I do. I'm locked in.
Are you gonna? Did you hear the bonus?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. I'm just
Okay.
happy I got this. Maybe.
Okay, so what's your answer, Davo?
Oh, Zelda.
Okay, Kels.
I went with The Legend of Zelda, and I'm hoping Gilda Radner was the.
That would be
was the
awesome.
motivation.
Nate.
I went a different direction. I said Mario.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Was it a friend of the family? I'm not sure.
But I
No,
I
not
feel like
Gilda.
I have to point out we did get to category 6 before someone kind of missed the theme of the show because Mario's
women.
definitely male.
Dang it.
The correct answer,
Leave it to me.
Kels. I don't know if I should actually give you points because I was asking for the character and you gave me the name of the game, but I'll give you. I know you know what it is.
Sorry.
The correct answer is Princess Zelda. And basically, from what I read, Shigeru Miyamoto thought that F. Scott Fitzgerald's wife, Zelda Fitzgerald, was just kind of a cool name, so he picked it for the name of his character.
Really?
Interesting.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Cool name.
Wow.
I read it on the internet, so it must be true.
Must be true.
Heck yeah.
Gotta be.
Women. No Mario.
Not Mario.
Question 2 in video games. Samus Aran is the protagonist of what long-running video game franchise?
Locked
Samus
in.
or Samus? There seems to be
Samus.
some controversy. Samus.
Samus Aran. Okay. Locked in. Remember that, I think.
Okay, Nate.
I do remember playing this game, so I went with Metroid.
Devo
Metroid.
and Kels. All right.
Metroid.
That is correct. Question 3 in video games. What heroine of at least 11 video games was originally designed to be a South American blend of Nene Cherry and Tank Girl, but was anglicized before the first game was released in 1996?
What?
I'm locked in.
Oh,
What?
I'm locked in too. Oh my god.
I'm locked in as well, I suppose. Yes.
Kels?
It's Lara Croft.
Nate?
Lara.
I also went with Lara Croft.
And Davo?
Lara Croft.
It was indeed Lara Croft. Originally, her name was going to be Lara Cruz, but I forget the name of the company that produced it, Eidos or something like that. They decided they wanted a more UK name, so they went to a British phone book and started looking for names that were sort of like Cruz, and ended up with Croft.
You know, the blend of Nana Cherry and Tank Girl would have been amazing.
That was funny.
It seems so random, but I guess I mean I'll be honest. I had heard of Nene Cherry, but she wasn't really kind of my genre. So
hey, Buffalo stance, man. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, she's kind of a badass.
Yeah.
I like the stuff that I've heard. All right, question 4 in video games. I think you guys, I don't know. I wouldn't have gotten this one, but I'm not that smart with the video games. What is the name of the damsel in distress in the original Donkey Kong game?
Oh,
I'm locked in.
I have no idea. I'm locked in.
Oh. Well, thanks, guys.
No pressure, Nate.
I'm trying to think here.
If it's doubt you see, Cardi B.
That's got to be on our next T-shirt line, guys. Because I would wear that all the time.
I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm locked in because there were a few different princesses, but I'm locked in.
Who'd you lock in with, Nate?
I reluctantly, but I went with Princess Pauline.
Devo?
I went with Pauline.
And Kels.
What?
I went with the wrong answer. I went with Peach.
Yeah, so that's what I thought it was, Kels, but it was in fact Princess Pauline. She was in a couple of games before they basically ditched her in favor of Peach. All right, at the end of round 6, and just before our final question, here are the scores. Kels has 194, Nate 177, and Davo has 166.
Yeah.
What a game.
So here's how the final question works. I have a list of some of the most successful girl bands in U.S. history, based on their standings on the Billboard Top 100 chart. So here they ranked them by basically. Here's what I think they did. For every week that a song was at number 1, they would get 100 points. For every week that they were at 100, they would get 1 point. And so, 2 would be 99 and so on. Okay. So they totaled up all the points. So ones that were on in the mid-range for a really long time might have beaten out ones that shot to the top and then fell back down, right? So I took the top 40 of those songs and ended up with 24 different girl groups. So all you need to do is name 10 of these girl groups.
Oh my gosh! And so these are groups that included all girls as musicians and singers. Is that what we're saying?
I can't necessarily say they're musicians because some of them are singing groups. So, but
Okay.
it's what would be considered a girl band. So, I'm trying to. I can't really give you an example without telling you. Some of the 50s bands would just have singers, but they might have male musicians, but they weren't really part of the group. It was the girls that were the group. Some of them are on multiple times, but that doesn't matter. They only count as one. So I've got 24 different ones. So I'll give you about 2 minutes.
Are we trying to name 24?
No, you just need to name 10 of them.
Okay, I was about to say I'm gonna run out real quick.
Sorry, you'll get 10 points each for each correct one. Okay, so that's been about 2 minutes.
Okay.
So since there's so many of them, I think I'll ask you guys to tell me what your answers are, and then we'll go through them and figure out which ones you got right.
All right.
Sounds fair.
Okay. I'm trailing, so I guess I'll go first. I started to run out of steam about 8 lady groups in, and I'm sorry to all our lady listeners, but the girl group thing kind of just wrecked my brain. I wrote down the Go-Go's.
Good one.
I wrote down is Destiny's Child. The Bangles. En Vogue.
Never gonna get it.
Spice Girls.
Girl Power.
The Supremes.
Stopping there.
And then I started to get a little more esoteric. Martha and the Vandellas. The Dixie Chicks.
Oh, I completely forgot about them.
Hole. Good old Courtney Love.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. And I don't know if this counts as a true girl group, but I also wrote down Heart.
I hope it counts because I wrote it down too.
Nate.
All right. I chose the Bengals and Supremes, Bananarama.
Oh, Bananarama.
I also said Spice Girls, TLC, Destiny's Child.
Oh, crap.
Destiny's Child. In Vogue. And I went, this is where I was stretching it, where I could not think of anymore. I said the Shirelles. And then this, I was torn here because I crossed one out and I went with, I'm still afraid to say it. I went ahead and went with the Pointer Sisters and I crossed out Blondie. So I hope Blondie's not one.
Well, Pointer Sisters is a good call, man.
Man.
Did I? What? Oh, no, I did. I also put Pussycat Dolls.
Wait, I've only got 9. Did I miss one? Did you have one before the Bengals?
Dude, we got a lot of the same ones. Okay.
Oh.
All right, Kels.
All right. I went with Destiny's Child, TLC, En Vogue, Spice Girls, The Supremes, Heart, Martha and the Vandellas, the Pointer Sisters, the Shirelles, and the Pussycat Dolls.
Okay, so Davo's list. Go-Go's is correct. Destiny's Child, the Bengals, En Vogue, Spice Girls, the Supremes. They're the number. They had 6 different songs that were in the top 40.
Okay.
Martha and the Vandellas was not on the list. Dixie Chicks was not on the list, but the Dixie Cups were, but that's not good enough. And Hole had a. I don't believe Hole was a girl band.
Courtney
I think.
Love.
Yeah,
Did they
just
have girl musician?
they had 3 actually. They had Courtney Love and the bass player and the drummer were female.
So I don't either. Billboard wasn't counting them as a girl band, or they didn't have anything that broke into the top 40
I
songs that
wouldn't.
broke into the top.
Yeah.
And neither did Heart. So that gives you 6, Davo, or 60 points if I did my math right.
All
Bringing you to
right.
220. Okay, so let's go through Nate's stuff. We got Bengals, yes. Supremes, yes. Bananarama, yes. Spice Girls, yes. TLC,
Bananarama?
yes. Okay, so TLC, yes. Destiny's Child, yes. En Vogue, yes. The Shirelles, no. Pointer Sisters, yes. And the
Don't you?
Pussycat
Ooh.
Dolls,
Don't
featuring Busta Rhymes, yes.
Don't you? Whenever you said that 2005 was the last, I made me more confident about about the Pussycat Dolls.
Nate, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got 9.
All right.
So that's 90 points,
Woot.
taking you to 267, which means that Kels has got to get
don't have 8.
8 correct.
I don't
to
have 8. I
maintain
think
his
I
lead.
got. Well, go ahead. Go ahead, Neil.
Okay. Okay, we got Destiny's Child, TLC, En Vogue, Spice Girls, Supremes. We don't have Heart. We don't have Martha and the Vandellas. We do have the Pointer Sisters, but we do not have the Shirelles, and we have Pussycat Dolls. So that is 7 correct for Kels, which gives him 70 points, and he is 3 points behind.
Oh, holy
3
cow!
points. Wow.
3 points. That's crazy.
So, in case you care, these are the bands that had 1 song in the top 40. 702. I guess that's a group.
Stilo.
Well, it's an area code.
Stilo 702. Okay.
Bananarama, Divine, Expose, The Go-Go's, Climax with 2 X's and a K.
Yeah.
Remember them vaguely.
La Belle.
Oh, how did I know?
Yeah.
Creole Lady Marmalade.
Yeah. And this one killed me. Have you ever heard of a disco band called the Silver Convention?
No. Sounds like a
No.
people party.
They scored number 11 on this list, the 11th most popular girl band. The name of their it came out in 76. The name of their song was "Get Up and Boogie" (parentheses That's Right). And so I listened to it because it's a fascinating song, and that is all of the words in the song.
Get up and boogie. That's all right.
They say "Get up and boogie" over and over again, and then sometimes they throw in a "That's right." Okay, to continue with the groups that only had a single song on this list: Spice Girls, "Sweet Sensation," SWV, the Angels.
Oh, I should have went with my gut. I love SWV.
That's what, Sisters with Voices? Is that it?
Yep.
The Angels, the Chiffons, the Dixie Cups, the Emotions, the Pointer Sisters, and the Pussycat Dolls. So,
wow.
Oh my god.
That is a really, really weird list.
I
should have had.
Hang on, I totally messed up here, guys. We're gonna have to go back and do some because I'm looking here at the bands that had 2 songs, and I see En Vogue, the Bengals, and the Shirelles. I know, Davo, you had the Shirelles, didn't you?
No,
I
Kels
did
did.
too.
Okay, you both had the
Yeah, so
Shirelles.
Mama said there'll be days like this. There'll be days like my mama said. You know?
Okay, so in that case, going back and revisiting with the Shirelles, Nate was actually perfect with 10 out of 10. And Nate had
That's
8 out of
crazy.
10. It didn't change the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
the difference at all.
I'm glad I marked out Blondie.
Yeah. Well, hang on, you're not done yet. There's still
Oh.
a couple of groups that had 3. One of you all got, I think, Destiny's Child. None of you said Wilson Phillips.
Oh no.
Oh
I only
man.
know one song by him.
Well,
Is that the Hold On song?
that
Yep.
was one. Yeah.
Hold
Maya
on.
Rudolph.
Yeah, I only know that because of Bridesmaid.
They also
It totally really revived their career and was excellent for them.
they also had number 1 hits with Release Me and You're in Love. So, and then TLC
Oh, wow.
had 5 on this list, and like I said earlier, the Supremes had 6 songs in the top 40. So
Wow.
Waterfalls, No Scrubs, Unpretty,
Creep.
Creep. Yeah, just creeping on the down low. Oh man, that was
Unpretty,
3
and Baby,
points.
Baby,
Well
Baby.
played.
So Creep, Waterfalls, No Scrubs, Unpretty, and Baby, Baby, Baby for TLC.
Who sang What a Man?
So
That's In Vogue.
In Vogue.
yeah,
In
yeah.
Vogue.
Okay. In Vogue.
No,
No,
that's
no,
Salt
that's
and
Salt and
Pepper.
Pepper.
Salt and Pepper. Yeah, that's
Salt and
right.
Pepper didn't make the
Salt and
list.
Pepper.
Did In Vogue? I think In Vogue sung. They did the hook. I think
Did
that's
they?
what it
Okay.
was. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
So, Neil, for posterity, what are the final scores?
Final scores: Davo 226, Kels 274, and Nate pulling out the win by 3
Wow.
points with
Whoa.
277.
Congratulations, Nate. You entered the tournament. Get a win right away. You are now a yellow belt.
Well, you gave me a final question that I could go with. I could music. I appreciate that.
That's fantastic work. And
Well, thanks.
if you would like to hear more fantastic work by people other than Nate, check us out on the Twitter at Ladle Brain. Check us out on Facebook, Brain Ladle Productions. Check us out on our website, brainladletrivia.com. Email us your suggestions. We also have a snazzy Patreon page. We like to thank our patrons, Susan L. We like to thank our fans, specifically Liz and Lexi. And does Queasy still listen to the show, Kels?
She is still plugging through them. So yeah, she's still out
Yeah, see, there we go. All of our loyal fans, we love every single one of you. If you hop on the Patreon and join at the $5 level, you will gain access to super secret, wonderful bonus content from us ladlers. So hopefully that'll point you that way to throw a few ducats to the show, all of which goes directly back into the show. New equipment, new programs, new software, all sorts of good stuff. So, Nate, is there anybody you would like to shout out?
Well, I guess I could shout out to my son. He's going to be 10 years old this 3 days from now, January 27th. So he's just learning to play guitar, and my 2 kids just actually started their own YouTube channel. If you guys want to check it out, it's cute. It's cuteness. They got about 4 or 5 subscribers right now, so it makes them excited. And you can just go on YouTube and search Whistle and Hop if you want to check it out, and give them a little love there. So I know they'd love it.
Well, everybody, take a listen to what they're doing at Whistle and Hop. Listen to the Trivia Rogues. They're our bros. We like them a lot. And from everybody here at Brain Ladle, this is Davo with Kels.
Come on, Hannah, buddy, don't let me down.
Neil.
You know, it probably would have been a good idea in retrospect to actually have a woman on the show about women.
And Nate.
Cardi B.
Signing off.
The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.